Alright guys, it's Fernando here and I'm back with another Arcane Odyssey video. So in this one, this is kind of another rant video I guess. That's the fourth one this month, which is kind of crazy, but hopefully the last one. I mean, I think there is some cool stuff in the trello that's kind of been recently as well. I'll go over that at the end of the video if you're interested. I'm not going to make a separate video for it because that's kind of seeps. Anyway, right now I'll be talking about how terrain destruction is probably the most pointless thing in Arcane Odyssey right now. I guess that's debatable, but I feel like it's just been very annoying, like throughout my experience playing through full release. There's obviously other stuff that needs to be fixed, but this is the kind of thing that's been in the game for a while, so I just thought, I don't think anyone really likes it, so let's just get into it. And as always, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Right, so for some background on terrain destruction, every magic fighting style stuff has a destruction stat, right, which affects how easily it can break stuff, or like break trees, walls, floors, stuff like that. So it is kind of a crucial part of the game. You can have auras that give you more destruction, there's gems for it. So there's like a lot of stuff in the game, right? So it's not like something that can just be removed pretty easily, I suppose. I think there's quite a few changes they can make to that make it a lot less annoying. And the main thing I'm talking about when I say annoying, and I think a lot of you would probably agree with this, is that one, it causes a lot of lag, especially when you're doing stuff with other players and like there's a lot of enemies. For example, Fort Castrum or Fort Montu, the two raidable forts in the Bronze and Embassy, they get really laggy, and I feel like it's not the only reason why, but I think one of the reasons why it gets really laggy is because there's so much terrain destruction going on. Like every attack basically breaks some piece of the floor, right? And that's one point I want to make, is that every single like floor being destructible, it just feels so useless. Like you break the floor and there's like another floor like 1 meter below it. Like what is the point of that? I don't understand it. It just is really annoying. Against some boss fights too, I mean, the biggest culprit is King Calvus, I think. Most of the other boss fights are pretty okay with it. It's not like a super big deal, but King Calvus, you break the floor, you get stuck, and like you might mess up your jump or something. I think they definitely be quite annoying. I've been playing this game for a while, you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not really super, like, I guess, informed in how exactly the physics works for destroying terrain, but I feel like if it's using like any sort of physics engine, it will just lag the game if there's like a lot of it going on, which there definitely can be. Biggest example is in these fort raids. And then some boss fights have it as well, which is very annoying for no reason, and it seems kind of pointless. I can understand why you want to like destroy walls and stuff, but I just don't understand why every single floor in this game, like in boss arenas or Fort Castrum, is like destroyable. In town stuff, I think it's fine because you're not really finding anyone there anyway, or if you were, then I mean it's just PvP, it's not a big deal. I don't really care about it. But Loki, why make so many destroyable like floor items and like 50 different parts? Like against this part, there's going to be like a lot of attacks and stuff going on. It just does not seem very, like, makes no sense to me. I guess another example of this would be in the enemy towers. If you're using like those big AoE attacks to like take all the enemies out at once, right? It is very easy to just like break the floor underneath them and just fall all the way down. That could be intentional by Vetex, I guess, to make it a little bit more advantageous to use like smaller attacks, I suppose, but it just seemed very annoying. I don't see the point of it, to be honest. Like I use one of these big attacks that hits all the enemies, and then I break the floor. I gotta be like very careful, right, to not just accidentally fall down. I gotta go all the way back up. Or sometimes the enemies will like not die and then they'll fall all the way down. It's just so annoying. Maybe a solution to this is just like have an option to enable or disable yourself dealing terrain damage. I'm not sure if the terrain damage is server side or client sided. Like if everyone sees the terrain damage or just you do. Let me know in the comments. I'm actually not too sure about that. I believe it is server-sided, so everyone sees stuff you could destroy, which certainly, I guess it looks cool, but I feel like you could definitely have an option just to disable yourself being able to deal damage to buildings. I don't see what that would, like, I don't know, because it's a bit too out of universe. I don't know what to say about that. And also, like, if you're a good guy, then you will end up accidentally destroying building stuff as well, which lowers your fame, which people probably don't want. Like, it's not a big, you don't lose a big amount, it's only like 100 or something, but like, so it just seems like a very useless feature in my opinion. The only time when you would actually want to destroy something is, one, if you just want to show off your like 500 size explosion magic, or two, if you want to destroy stuff for gameplay purposes, which doesn't happen very often, but there's a couple examples, right? So breaking trees would definitely count. There's a couple of quests here where you have to break the trees down. There's some like, if your ship gets stuck, you can like break the dock to like get it unstuck if you're like stuck between two like wooden planks or something. Doesn't seem that's not like a super common thing, but it can definitely happen. There's also the like weather events, I mean the sea events. There's like these underwater volcanoes that can spawn. They just spawn like a bunch of rubble near them. I accidentally fell into one yesterday. I had to like break like so many pieces by like just with my magic just to get my ship out of there. But that's like a recent thing, and honestly, it is kind of annoying. That's kind of an annoying thing too, not gonna lie. Yeah, so all in all, I just think that either, you know, maybe find a way to disable it, like have a choice to disable it, or just disable like all the floors getting destroyed in like Fort Montu or something. Like, I'm not too sure. Let me know what you guys think about that. I just think it's I feel like no one really cares about terrain destruction at this point, outside of just if you're just bored and want to destroy stuff for fun, which is why I think maybe making an option could be, I don't know, something like that. Or at the very least, maybe just disable it in those certain areas, right? Because no one's gonna go to those forts just to destroy stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. By the way, that's the rant over for this part of the video. Let me know what you guys think about destroying stuff in this game. I will go over some of the Trello stuff that's pretty cool real quick, so let's hop into that. I'll switch the monitor over. I don't want to talk about this. So Mooch has added like a thing where you can save your spawn location at a camp marker and you just permanently spawn there. It's kind of weird that they added this now and not with full release, but like whatever, sure, that's good. Can't use it with 500k right now, which is fine, I think. Set 1 per C, and then yeah. So the only thing is, it gets ignored if it's on a claimed island, which is kind of annoying because you'll just have to server hop to look islands not claimed. But in my experience, people don't really care about this stuff anymore, so should be chill. This might be a turret nerf. I'm actually not too sure. I haven't really used the Berserker build. If this is higher than the minimum right now, then that gets a bit of a nerf to turret. After that, just some bug fixes and stuff, which is always good. They changed the titles down to 250k, which is nice. You can get those titles a lot easier now. And they added some new armor sets, but I think it's just like for vanity stuff mainly. It's not really anything that's like a big deal. Anyway, that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think of full release right now. I think it's all pretty good. They fixed a fair amount of the stuff. Savant Lord did get nerfed quite a lot, but it's whatever. I don't think it's that big of a deal because they'll just get good again the next level cap. And then maybe they're nerfed again, I don't know. Just seemed like a bit of a, like, what's the word for it? Pretty bad, like, I feel like they should just have nerfed the imbuement instead of nerfing the stat requirements, because those hurt warlords a bit as well, but whatever. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one.